That's funny. Hey guys. So this is our market close, stock market update, and watch. This is basically one way how you can start learning about stocks, how to go about investing in stocks, and things of that nature. Watching the people who talk about stocks, watching Wall Street, and seeing what they talking about, and taking it as just them talking, and not them talking, but just take it as another source of basically information. Don't take it as like whatever they're saying is facts or everything's a fact. Just take it as something, another source of information. Like they're inform you on how they view things, another viewpoint, so to speak. And that's what we got going on. I don't know why. Okay, I got that close by. Because I don't know if they're louder than me, but they wouldn't. We don't need them louder than me. But we gotta make sure y'all fake kinda hear them. But for everybody else, wherever you at, I don't know wherever you at, people who watch me. This is CNBC. They got a few other channels that kinda, talk about the stocks. Talk about stock market, give you live updates, live news on it from about 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. to like 8. Yeah, 4 a.m. to 8. And 8 p.m. is when the aftermarket close. 4 p.m. is when the aftermarket opens, and is when the regular market closes. So, and pre-market is at like 4. 4 to 9:30. 9:30 is when the market opens. 4 is when the market closes. From 4 to 8 is the aftermarket. Depending on which platform you use, you can trade on the aftermarket or not trade, but you can make a purchase. But, that's how that goes. That's a portion of kind of how that goes. So it's like you watch some of this stuff, the news information that goes on, but stocks, see what they talking about. See if it makes sense to you. Like everybody got their own opinion. So it's just like you take that, like, how does that go with how I view things or how I see things? It's like, do we have the same similar viewpoints, or is like, is what they're saying kind of, I don't know, and I could use that to potentially help me view it a different type of way. That's how it's information, everything's information. We all view things differently, but these are the people who invest, who got money. A lot of these people who come on, they're highly invested. They got more money than you if you're watching me. And it's just like, I don't know, but a lot of these people, they're funny too. So it's just like, you gotta laugh, hear them out, and just be like, it's cool stuff. Not it's cool stuff, but it's just like, you gotta get informed. You wanna be informed. You wanna know what they talking about, kind of understanding, see what's up. And once again, not just automatically, just because they said it, it's a fact, or like what they're saying is a fact. Like, they give a lot of facts or a few facts, but it's just like don't automatically just everything they say is a fact. But you could listen to them. It's Monday, market close. There's dry powder. When he said there's a lot of dry powder, that means there's a lot of people who got money on the side, who's holding, who's waiting, who's holding out, who haven't invested yet, or who's a little bit invested, who's just waiting, who they got cash, who's just waiting to dive in. They waiting for a specific bottom, so to speak, so they can just spend that money in just whatever stocks, and when they buy it, it just goes, it flies with the flow. That's what they hoping for. That's so like when they say they got dry powder, people got dry powder, they got money on the side waiting to, you know, add on. But it's just like if you got money all the time and you got like reoccurring income, you should be investing all the time. It don't matter what they doing. I mean, what powder on the side. You always got powder on the side because you always got money. If you always got income, it shouldn't matter. If you investing in companies that's actually doing something that can actually generate and that they actually generating some money and they actually doing things and they not going nowhere, it don't matter when you put them put add on. It matters when you invest it, how many shares you got, how much like how much money you up. Like if you're down, add. Like you add whenever daily. You gotta always add. I just seen I seen a post the other day. You got That's why you gotta follow people who talk about money too. I seen a post the other day that basically said five if you save $6,000 a year for from 30 to 65, starting at 30 to 65, you'll have like 1,035,000 and some change amount of money. You'll have that. You can have that, and that's crazy to me. That's 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 doable. Like for me, that's doable. Like just thinking about investing 6,000 a year, and that's a year. You don't even. That's 500 a month. 500 a month for 12 months equals equals 6,000 a year. So it's like you could save $500 for each month, 12 months. The whole year, you can have 6,000, and from that 6,000, if you could save that for 30 years, 35 years, I believe that is, you get $1,032. $1,032,000, you'd be a millionaire. But it's just like if you're adding or you putting that 6,000 into some stocks yearly, that's the way I think about it. If I got like even if I don't save 500 a year. I mean, if I don't save 500 each month, I could 6,000 a year throughout the whole year. I could say that. That's doable for me. I invest. That's doable, and I know how to make money, so that's doable. A year, a whole year, we, that's doable. So it's like if I can do that. If I think about saving 6,000 that I may get each year. In 30 years, I have $1 million. Like, wow. And I'll be 60 then. What am I doing with $1 million? I know how to spend money at a 60, so it's like $1 million. I'm kind of up. I'm rich. And it's just like, if I know how to spend money already, I'm really going to be more rich because now I got $1 million. So it's just like, I'm more better and I ain't really have to do nothing but just keep my money here, keep putting my money here, doing this with my money. I ain't have to work. I ain't have to think about doing nothing crazy. I just add my money, let my money compound. So that's really what investing is, compounding your money, and in a way you get surprised. You get surprised some days when you compounding that money, and then one day it just go past a number you wasn't expecting because you just investing for the long term. You just putting that money in there, waiting to make money whenever it comes, or not even whenever it comes. This is your savings account. You just got this here just chilling, waiting for whenever it do. You just going to work, getting your money, however you get it, and just like you don't even really care about that money. You care about the money you get from doing whatever you're doing on the daily, the weekly, the monthly. That's the money you care about because that's the money you really got to spend. So it's like whatever money you get out of that, you spend on putting a little something towards your savings. So it's like you don't even really care about savings, but you looking at your savings, you care about it. But it's just like that's nothing. But your savings is different. It's not regular savings that's just in a bank account now. It's actually investing in stocks and like actual things that potentially make you money, or that is making money if you know what you're doing and you're looking at the right things. So it's just like you're in a way better position. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. And like for people who's not math people, you should see little numbers like that or a problem that's already finished for you. You ain't have to do yourself. It's just like, wow, if I think about that, how else could I think about like how can I actually capitalize off that information? Like that's what you should be thinking about. You don't think about too deep how to, you know, how the equation was set up or what the equation specifically means. Like you think, how can I capitalize off of that equation? And it's just like from there, look, Dow was up today. The stock market was up today. So that's how that goes. Make sure y'all follow the channel. Start reading. I got ebooks in my link description, my channel description. Check those out. Get some ebooks. Read up on some stuff that could help you get informed on how to make some money for yourself, online, offline. Just make some money somewhere else from other than your job. So, see people picking bottoms, tops. You ain't gotta pick the bottom. You just buy and believe in the company you're invested in. Do your due diligence, which is staying on, doing research on that company, listening to little news like this or information on that company or any type of company that you may be potentially want to invest in. That's how you do it. I wish I had the setup to where I could click my phone and just pull up the what you call it. Even though I could show you, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather come up on the screen and that's cool stuff. But I just want to kind of briefly show you guys how easy this stuff is. It ain't really that complicated. But you just look at some stuff. Like right now, I'm on that app called Webull, Webull, and I believe you can check the link description for my for one of those links. But honestly, I just use Webull to just look at different stocks and their numbers because it's like it's more easy, I guess, when I just want to check the price and look at the chart. So I do that, but I don't invest on this app. I got like two stocks on this app. I got a Norwegian Cruise Line short, and I got a CTRM buy. I got one share of CTRM here, so that's nothing to me. Those are nine. That's nothing there. I had them here since I've been. That's nothing though. So I just mainly use this one for the charts. I'm invested on public. You could definitely go you'll definitely find a link for that in the app. But anyway, you just basically come here. I got my watch lists for specific stocks that I watch. And you just come look at some stuff. And you look at your bank account, your checkings account, your savings account, your cash app, whatever money or whatever account you could use to hook up to your account, to your trading. You see how much of this money that I got in my account am I willing to spend on stocks? How much? How much am I willing to swing? They got the oil swings. Oh, they said oil's going down since June 1st. It's still higher than a year ago, so it doesn't even matter. But outside of that, um, yeah, you see how much money you got in your accounts? Like, dang, I just got paid. I don't know how much people get paid. Probably got $400. Well, I got a free $400. I can't even really think scenarios for people because I'm thinking different. So I don't want to be putting my thinking on people and how they may spend their money or look at their money. Because I don't know, people think about their money different and whatever. So I don't know. But basically, you will look at the sum of your money and what you got and determine how much are you willing to spend off of your money and be like, now let me start looking at some stocks and how much they actually cost and how much of my money, if I even have enough to even buy anyone that I may potentially want. And I look at that and look at that. That's first. That's first, because it's like you don't want to be looking at money or start looking at stocks, and it's like you start seeing you ain't even got enough to even buy one. Even if you could, you don't even got enough to buy one. So you want to at least first make sure you can at least buy one. Like you got to look your money. See, do I even got this? So I got a bare minimum $10, bare minimum $20, $100, like $400, $500. Do I got that bare minimum? And bare minimum is kind of 10. Your bare minimum is 5, because penny stocks is $5 and under. That's what they call penny stocks. The definition of a penny stock is any stock under $5, $5 and under. But so that's how that goes. But yeah. So that's kind of your bare minimum. But good operating companies, you thinking they cost a little more, they may cost like a little more. So, but anyway, like, or I don't even gonna say good company. They good company because you may know them. They well-known companies. So like, I'm gonna give you an example. Apple. What's Apple? People know of Apple. You got Apple. You probably watching my thing from an Apple iPhone or an Apple laptop. So it's like, Apple. And if you didn't know, now you know today. So it's like Apple. They have a share price. They have stocks. They have stock. You could purchase their stock. And for one share of their stock, one share. Right now, today, it costs $144.49 for one share. So if you wanted to buy and own one share of Apple, you'd have to take $144.49 of your money. And for me, I just do 145 just to like make sure. You have to spend $145 of your money to own one share of that one stock. And that's a company you know. You know about that company. You have their products. You got their products. You willing to keep buying their products. If they products, they coming out something, you willing. You willing to, nah, that's fire. That's Apple. Oh, that's fire. Even if you ain't buying it, you saying that's fire. That's gonna make them money. Somebody's buying that. Even if it ain't me, I ain't got enough, but somebody gonna buy that. Somebody's buying that. It might not be me today, but if I buy this stock, that thing do and I can make, I'm buying that too. Like, but them other people's buying that. So if you thinking like that, or like they giving you some like confidence to think like that, or different companies is giving you some confidence and information to kind of think along them lines, those are what you would semi consider a good company, and they're well known. I mean, especially if they're well known, those would semi give you potential. Like, these are potentially good companies, but just because that doesn't automatically, give them that right. You also got to once again do your due diligence, see what company updates or information that stock has on that day, that week, that month. See what they've been recently talking about. So it's like whenever you start investing, because the company's been out for years, you're just starting to invest whenever you do. So it's like you got to make sure when you start that day, whenever day that is for you, because it's going to continue to do whatever it do, whether you're here or not. So it's like you got to make sure the day you buy, things been going alright. You got to check a little recent updates. Make sure nothing bad has been happening in the last few months, last few weeks. Ain't nothing drastic about to happen in the next few days. So it's like when you're buying, you don't fall victim of it just going automatically down, and you just thinking like, wow, what just happened? Why would I buy? Now it's just going all the way down. Oh man, I'm losing my money now. Let me get my money out of here now. And then the day you leave, it start going up. Oh, like, wow, what the? You stuck, and it's just because you didn't know, you wasn't informed that something happened. They had some bad news that just came out, and it was just news that just like it's tried to scare people out a little bit, and it was just like it was just done just to what it just did to you, just to scare you out of your little money. Give me that bow, and give it to somebody else who's willing to buy and hold and say, well, okay, that ain't nothing, that's nothing, or just come in right now, let me get that. Thank you. Because they know in the long term, it's just part of the process, it happens. It goes up and down every day. But in the long term, the company's good, they got great value, they doing the right things, they making money. That thing's gonna go up regardless. Once again, it has value. It's a good company. It's been here for a long time. It's gonna continue to be here. They're making money. Keywords: making money. That that company is generating profits, and it's been here, and you can see it as continuing to generate profits, continuing to be here, not going anywhere, and continuing to generate profits. And if they're giving dividends, oh my God, just wait it out. Just wait it out. And just add on. Easy time. You just add. That basically, it's not really that complicated. But honestly, you have to be in it to figure that stuff out. Because you ain't in it, you don't know. So it's just like for you, if you're new, you're just coming in like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh my gosh. You trying to write the brokers, you trying to write the app you're using, you trying to write customer support. Figure they ain't. You want to sell? You want us to sell it for you? Like they gonna look at you like you supposed to know what you doing. What you mean? You sell, that's on you, and you think you about to go buy into another stock. Like you gonna have to wait on that one too. Like everything takes time. Like so just get informed, pay attention, have a long-term outlook, so you don't hurt yourself. Make sure you're investing in good companies. Make sure these companies is generating profit, making money, and stay updated. Like you ain't got nothing better else to do. Like if you could look at any like any other app, social media app for a few minutes, TikToks, YouTube for a few minutes, whatever. Browse the web and meet. Like I don't even really know what other people, because it's like for me, there ain't really much to do on the internet. But that, no, I was like that, and like if you got your own business, you trying to do some stuff online, and you doing some like sales, when you creating, doing some content, doing your website, other websites, marketing, doing stuff like that. You ain't. What else are you doing? So it's like if you can do all them other stuff that's not putting money or potentially putting money in your pocket online, you could take a few minutes to look at, read some news, read some information about a company that you got your money in, because you put your money in that company. You put your little few dollars in that company, expecting or hoping that it makes you some money whenever it make money, or whenever you're expecting to make you money, but you hoping that it does that. So it's like you you got to be up on game on what's going on with your companies and that information. And nobody else gonna do it for you. I mean, people are gonna do it for you, but even if people gonna do it for you, they not calling you unless and people still ain't calling you unless they your family, and even unless what you call it, something happened that specific day to where it's like it's something important. Yo, that stuff is hit. You seen this? I'm like something like that. If it ain't on, I'm like, what are we calling you? So it's like and even if that, you gotta be on it yourself. You gotta be informed yourself. Get informed. That's how you start learning more. So it's like you don't gotta ask nobody. You got confidence yourself. You was in it so long. You was doing so much enough. You didn't gain the confidence yourself to where it's like, oh, now I understand it enough. It's not even really that complicated. All the people were saying this and that about it. I don't know why I let them trick me. So it's just like you'll be in a better position. But once you start seeing how much they cost, see how much you got, and like one share is this, okay. Two shares is this. Well, how many? What about if I have five shares? And if it just keeps going up, oh my God, what if I have six? Oh, I can make that much. I'd have that much. Wow, that's a huge number. But it's just like whatever that's seven, you got the shares. Those would count. So it's like that's really all it is, having money. If you got money, you got a job, you can invest. You got money, you got a job, you got a phone, you got internet, you can invest. It's not that complicated, guys. It's really not. You got you're in the house, you're in the house, you're in the home. You got big screen TVs. You got Amazon Prime. You got Netflix. No, I don't know about Netflix. Yeah, I think you watch it on Netflix. You got Fubo TV. You got what else? What they got? You got regular cable. You got YouTube Live. What else? What else they got? I don't know what else they got. They got a lot of streaming platforms. I think I said Fubo already. What else they got? Fubio, Fabi. They got a whole bunch of stuff. You got Roku. Whatever they got that let you watch some stuff like this. And that's one way you can get informed. And after you got YouTube, Twitter, Reddit. There's a lot of places that people are talking about money, money, stocks, money. So it's just like you can get informed kind of really anywhere. And that's just me being honest. Who cares? But yeah, that's how that stuff goes. We only care about the money and making money, talking to people about the money. But that's it. So for people who came to Far Hope, that's like, hope you got some information. Hope you got informed a little bit. We're up today on the day. I ain't have to do nothing. And that's the thing. You don't have to do nothing. I'm homeless. I make money. I'm not even doing nothing. And that's just the way, like, for you, if you're not homeless, this could be a way you making money daily. Like, you making money every day. Not even every day. You making money daily. 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 Like, every day, you up some money. Like, you got some money. So, like, it was like, for me, that ain't no money. That's money, but it's like, you want to be able to, have fun. Not even have fun. That's no money. You want to be able to have that. Because honestly, for me, right now, this is all my money. So, and for you, if you're working, and I can't say it's not, it is all my money. So, what? For you, if you're working, you're just starting, or even if you're just not just starting, if you're just starting, or if, like, yeah, if you're just starting and you can get money. If you can get money, you got money, you're getting money on consistent basis, it's just like you can always you would always have money. I don't know. I would always you should you always have a way to invest your money, and that's the thing. You always have a way to invest your money, and that's the main thing. Because you always want to be investing your money in things that make you money. So for me, I was just was in a situation to everything that I learned, me learning about money, I learned about money at the wrong time. Like, if that sounds crazy to say, I learned about it at the wrong time, but the right time. So it's like, I learned about it and I chose to learn about it at the wrong time. The wrong time, but right time. And I say all of that, or say it like that, because I was getting money, but like, I was getting money, but being I was getting money, and I wasn't getting money, but I was getting a little bit of money, but I was getting money, and it's just like, while I was getting the money, I was also learning about money and how to utilize my money, how to spend my money, how I should be thinking about spending my money, and how I should, and Yeah, and I was learning about money to basically how I should basically be spending my money and how I should be thinking about utilizing my money and making money. How I should be basically make money or how I wanted to basically make money or start making money without a job. Because for me, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make money without a job. Yeah, I didn't want to be subjected to a job. I didn't want to continue waking up early for a job to show up and potentially not work the day or like just waking up for a job and I gotta get up mad early, go there, do whatever and come back. Like yeah, make some money, but it's like I don't want to get up when I wake up. So it's like I don't want to do that. I want to live more easy. Or it's like, and if I want to do that, I want to do that at whatever time I want to do that. I want to be making up that early. Do that now. If I want to do that, I'm going to do it at 10, 9, more 9, 10, 9, whatever, 1, 2, whatever, maybe late night. However, I want to do it whenever time I want to do it. Have a fashion, I want to do it. But like, to that extent, that, like, it made me open my eyes and put me in a position or a situation to where it was like, I kind of had to choose. I kind of had to choose, or I felt like I had to choose because I kind of didn't. And you don't kind of have to be like me. And that's why you could kind of think different, and everybody's situation different in your life, and you could view things different. So like for me, I feel like I had to choose whether between trying to work or trying to learn how to make money by myself or make money without the job. And for me, it's just like I actually could have been doing both at the same time, working it, but then it's like I couldn't because it's like I could have given up. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, so it was like, and I say I couldn't, and a lot of people can't because it's just like when you're working a job where I don't know how a lot of people's hours is different, but whatever job you're working, you're really depending on what time you wake up, depending on what time you got to be at that job, depending on how long you're actually at the job and what time you get off. It's just like by the time you get off, you barely want to do a limited amount of things. So it's just like for you, if you're somebody who's trying to make money or make money on the side or learn about money, if you're not utilizing that time when you get off, or even a portion, not the whole time, a portion of that time when you get off from your long day of work, and then doing whatever you got to do while you're home after that and whatever, if you're not utilizing a portion of that time from when you get off work to when it's time for you to go to bed, if you're not utilizing a portion of that time to learn how to make money or actually trying to make some money, it's not going to work for you, or you ain't going to be doing that. It's not gonna work for you. So it's just like you either gonna have to quit that job, and actually dedicate the time to learning how to make money and learning and taking action on the learning method so you can actually make some money, and hopefully you're in a position to where it's just like you're able to do that, to where you got somebody to rely on, to where it's like you're able to do that and take the time and actually have some capital meaning money on the side to where you can waste. And I say waste to an extent, and I don't really want to say waste, but I throw it out there because it could potentially be a waste if you don't end up making a profit from it. And it's like in the long run, it might not be a waste because you got to spend money to make money. So it's just like if you spend the money to potentially try or just to try something you never tried before, it takes that. You have to do that because it's like you would have never known you didn't take that money or you didn't spend that money. But now that you spend that money, you know what it is. You know what it takes to an extent. You more bird than what you did if you didn't spend that money. And now it's just like you spend that money, but it's just like if you don't got money to just be spending to take them little chances, you're gonna be mad at yourself because you're not be mad at you're gonna be mad because you ain't got no funds, and it's just like you're gonna be needing to do a little more. But if you have them opportunities to do that, that's what you should be utilizing them side funds for. You should be okay with losing whatever little money you did because you're trying to learn how to potentially use this method to make you more money. And this is just a process, learning process for years or for the long term, to where now when you're getting money and putting it wherever you're putting it, it's not a loss no more. It's gains, and the gains you made outweighs the losses you used to take. So it's just like in the long term, those it was just learning lessons. Once again, you fall, you get up back, and you try again. So it's just like it was learning curve, and you realize the learning curve. And this is why, again, even you don't want to take the learning curve, but you learn from people who's actually doing what you're trying to do, or what you want to do, and who's actually maximizing and making profits. When you're learning from them, you're taking information from them. Now you're cutting your chances of having losses, because if they're making profits and they're always doing this a certain way, and they got their little method this way, that way, they doing it how they do it, and you're copying, you're copying, you're watching, you're copying their method, the same method, because we all got the same information. We all have the same time, energy, same information, same apps, same view of the apps, same techno, same thing. We all have the same opportunities to do the same thing, to see the same things, to get the same thing. The thing or the difference maker is the money. We